One of the spring cleaning tasks that I've been putting off is this cookbook cabinet. And the last time I went in here, I was looking for, that's what happened. I was looking for a particular cookbook and a bunch of things fell out. So I just shut the door and left it. But today, I'm going to get that whipped into shape. So let's get it started. And I've got a new water bottle that I'm going to tell you about, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. Rooster calendar cover, old Rolodex, I've got a lot of cookbooks. I love cookbooks, what can I say? Now here's my cabinet space all cleaned out. So one of the things that I learned from Dana was to consider your cabinet a container. So the container that I have to hold these cookbooks is this small cabinet. So if they don't fit in here, they have to go. We'll see what goes back in. So the first thing I'm going to do is sort them in the piles and then choose the things that absolutely positively have to go back in there, and then I'll see what'll be nice to have. I really like old cookbooks. For example, I've got this one, 1,000 Ways to Please a Husband, and this one was made in 1917, and it is by Louise Bennett Weaver and Helen Cowles Lacrone, and it's got some really cute recipes in it, and the way they describe the recipes is just so interesting. Like you might have butter the size of a goose egg or something like that. And then I've got this one, the Woman's Exchange Cookbook, and this one is really amazing, and some of the pictures in it are just amazing. And this one was printed in 1901. I would love to have another copy that's in a little bit better condition. I have to be really careful with it because when you open it up, sometimes the pages slip out. And this is the Women's Household Cookbook, and it was put together in 1974. So I just love all these old cookbooks, some of these old recipes that are tried and true. What I don't have right now is a 1950s cookbook, because you know I'm really loving the 1950s persona right now. So I'm going to try to find one of those. But one of the things I do know they didn't have in the 1950s was a water bottle. So when you went on picnics or different things like that, you had to really pack up water and drinks in different kinds of containers. But today we've got the coldest water bottle, which really keeps water pretty darn cold. And I like the fact that it's got this little loop on it that, you know, when you're carrying it, you can just kind of carry it like that, or I can hang it to attach it to my belt, or if I'm out working in the garden, I can just have it sitting there and I don't have to worry about it getting messed up or anything like that. But the thing I do like about it is that it keeps the water so cold. So I'm really loving this coldest water bottle. I will put a link in the description box so that you can check it out, and I'll even have a discount code in case you want to pick one up for yourself. So now one of the ones I really like and I learned a lot from is this Joy of Cooking. It is just packed full of information, so I will link it in the description box just in case you want to check that out, because every homemaker should have a copy of it in their home. think I found my 1950s cookbook. It's just one of those little teeny tiny things that gas companies or different places might put together. But judging by the pictures that are on the front of it, it looks like it could be my 1950s cookbook that I've been looking for. So I was really glad to find it. And there's some really sweet looking recipes that are in here. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. But all of these and all of those down there, I don't know. I think what I'm going to try to do is that some of the ones that I just haven't looked at for years, I'm just going to go ahead and discard those. Like I said, I love cookbooks. I like to just sit and read cookbooks like other people like to read regular books. I like to look at the pictures. I like to read the recipes. But there's some that I just haven't been reaching for lately. So we'll see what's what. Now this cookbook is really pretty personal to me. As you can see, it's been well loved because it's been well used. And I got it from Mrs. Lease. She was a lady that lived across the street from me. And when we moved into our first house, her and Mr. Lease came over and brought us veggies from their garden. And then when I had my second child, well actually my third child, my first children were twins. But when I had my second pregnancy, she came over and brought me apple salad and hamburger vegetable soup and some rolls that she had made. And those recipes are in this cookbook. And one of the things that she really showed me was what being a neighbor was like. And I just loved her. And of course, she's been gone many years since then, but I always think of her when I see this cookbook. So I definitely want to keep it. So I'm going to put it over here. And oh, and the other thing about these kind of cookbooks, the one that you get from church groups and ladies auxiliaries where the ladies have put in some of their best recipes, but those recipes are tried and true. They're somebody's favorite recipes. So I really like those kinds of cookbooks. So got a stack of some of those going, as well as my Betty Crocker cookbook. I've even got some updated versions of the Betty Crocker cookbook and a Taste of Home cookbook. And then I have all of these magazines. So like this Real Simple magazine, it's an old one, but it was from Thanksgiving, oh I don't know, 2010. And so I like some of the veggie recipes and the other recipes they have in there for Thanksgiving. I got my Ball Blue Book. And then of course every year at Thanksgiving I like to buy a Thanksgiving magazine and to see if there's different ways to do turkey or dressing or something like that. The sorting space is even getting kind of slim. Let me take this opportunity to let you know that this video is actually a part of the Spring Into Clean, a spring cleaning collaboration hosted by me, This and That with Denise Jordan, and I am joined by 10 other wonderful YouTube creators, all homemakers in their own right, different seasons of life, but homemaking just the same. And they've got some spring cleaning to share with you. So be sure and check out the link to the playlist in the description box below so that you can spring into clean right along with us. So these are the ones that I think I want to keep. Well, these are the ones that I know I want to keep, but the question is, will they fit in my container, which is my kitchen cabinet? Here's my Instant Pot cookbooks, and I want those. And then the cookbooks that go with my Vitamix and Operator's Manual, I want those. And then all of these magazines for Thanksgiving. I'll start with them because I have a certain corner I like to put them in. And we'll have to see whether or not they all will fit. One other thing that was in this cookbook cabinet was this Campbell soup tin, and I kept recipes in it. Well, I haven't looked at a recipe in this tin in I know years. So I'm going to go through it and take all the recipes out and discard them. And one of the little recipe files that are in here is from Crisco, and it shows you how to make pie crust and different things like that. So I'll definitely be keeping that. But everything else in there is going to go, and I'm going to repurpose this tin. So here we go. This is the top shelf. And you can see that I've got the cookbooks that I love and use most often right there, standing up so I can access them. And then over here on the side, I've got the magazines and other cookbooks that I like to grab. And then down here on this bottom shelf, I've got some of my really ancient cookbooks back there, and I've got them lying flat to protect them. And then over there, I've got others just kind of leaning over, but those are the ones that I like, and I can reach in and grab them when I need them. And then right in front of those really old cookbooks, I've got my homekeeping books, so I can grab those when I need them. And here's another little collection of cookbooks that I do like. This little muffin book here, and then there's another one here. These two little muffin books I like to use a lot when I'm making muffins. And then there are just a few other things in here, like this little Irish pub food and things like that. A couple of these I've had for a while, so I'm just going to set them to the side like that, and I can reach in and take that container out, grab something if I need it. So these are the cookbooks that are going out. I took that one bright yellow appetizer cookbook out of the box and put it back in the cookbook cabinet. So that's a tip. Once you have decided what you're going to discard, put it in a box or a black trash bag, and don't touch it again, because if you touch it again, you're more likely to keep it. So I'm going to ask him to take these things right on out so that I don't see them again. To see more home organization, decluttering, and spring cleaning, click here. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying, you're not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out my whole house decluttering video where I show you how to find the hidden clutter in your home. For more Spring Into Clean, click on the playlist link in the description box.